Hello, everybody. How are we doing tonight on this fine Shiro day? So we are back with some more Fate Stay Night Heaven's Feel. We are on day 14. Some big things happening tonight. It's going to be a somewhat shorter day compared to most of Heaven's Feel. But I feel like the stream itself will probably still be around 2 hours-ish. But although it's short, some big things are gonna be happening. So, let us go ahead and get into it, I suppose. There are no potential bad ends on this day. Day 14, Servant Eater. I wake up at the same time as usual. It's before 6 o'clock. The day is dawning and the sky is filled with gray clouds again. I don't feel any pain from my left arm. There's no one in the living room. I should make breakfast before Tosuka wakes up. The news is on. It's becoming my daily routine to check the news in the morning.
特に目立った事件はないわね。昨夜は出てこなかったんでしょ。
She must mean the Black Shadow.
連日無休ってわけじゃなさそうだな。
I answer, careful not to let my relief show.
そうね。100人単位の被害なんて2日続けて起きたらたまらないもの。
It's past 7. Tosuka and I are the only ones in the living room. Sakura and Ilya are both sleeping. I wanted Ilya to wake up and come, but Tosuka told me that she's tired and I should let her rest.
から、シロも今夜に備えて休んでおいて。
Tosuka says this out of the blue.
それはどうして？
だから、例の切り札の作成。なんとか今日中に骨組みができるから、今夜投影を実行するわ。で、成功次第、造剣と決着をつける。これ以上犠牲者は増やせない。あの影が何であれ、造剣を倒せば聖杯戦争は終わる。得体の知れないあの影も、そうなったら消えるでしょ。
遠坂、聖杯戦争が終われば、あの影は消えると思うのか？
消えるわ。あいつの正体が何であれ、あれが聖杯目的で現れているのは間違いない。聖杯を欲しがっているのか、それとも聖杯に呼ばれているのかはわからない。けど、どっちにしたって原因は聖杯なんだから、聖杯さえなくなれば影は消えるのよ。だから、戦いさえ終われば影は消える。聖杯戦争が期限切れになるか、マスターが最後の一人になるか、それとも、聖杯の器になるものが死んでしまえば、あの影は消え去るわ。
遠坂、お前。
Already knew what that shadow is?
今のはただの推測よ。造剣を倒してもあの影は消えないかもしれない。聖杯戦争が終わってもあの影は消えないかもしれない。だから今は一番確実な方法を取る。手に入るかどうかもわからない聖杯なんかには頼れない。私たちは私たちだけの力で造剣とあの影を倒さないといけない。
Tosuka gets up. I don't know why, but she takes the water jug and pajamas I prepared for Sakura.
おい、何のつもりだよ、それ。
さくらの様子は私が見るわ。部屋も隣だし、あの子の看病は私の方が適任でしょ。
いや、さくらの看病は俺が。
バカ言わないで。シロ一睡もしてないでしょ。 そんな体でいられちゃ私たちが困るってわからない？
I didn't get any sleep?
それこそバカ言うなよ。昨日はちゃんと眠ったぞ、俺。
あきれた。自覚がないほど参ってたわけ？まったく、嘘だと思うなら鏡を見てきなさい。顔面蒼白で目にクマ作ってたら看病されるさくらだって気を使うわ。
それ本当か？
嘘言ってどうするってのよ。もういいからシローは部屋で休みなさい。夕方になったら呼びに行くから。眠れないなら手を貸してあげてもいいわよ。ライダーの真似事でいいなら丸一日前後不覚にしてあげられるけど。
Copying Ryder means copying her mystic eyes. But as far as I know, Tosaka doesn't have mystic eyes. Hello, Gustavo. Welcome, welcome. In short, she's...
それは俺に実験台になれってことか？
正解。今まで興味はなかったけど魔眼も悪くないかなって。さすがにあんな離れ技は無理だけど眠りの暗示ぐらいなら即興でできそうだなって。
嘘つけ。何が魔眼も悪くないかなだ。お前単にやられっぱなしちゃ気が済まないから練習したいだけだろ。
いいじゃない別に。それでどうするのよシロ。
So that's a yes.
やるの？やらないの？
やるかバカ。そんな物騒な実験には付き合えないし、だいたい丸一日寝込んだら明日の朝まで起きられない。
ああ、そっか。うまくかかりすぎたら睡眠じゃなくて麻痺になるものね。シロ、単純だからかかりやすそうだし。
Tosaka seems to be convinced. I want to object, but I stay quiet since she might test it on me if I do object.
それほど神経質ってわけでもないし、その気になれば簡単に眠れる。心配されるほどじゃない。
そうならさくらの看病は私に任せて、シロは部屋でおとなしくできる？
Then Tosaka drops her joking manner and asks me with serious eyes. I want to be with Sakura, but I have other things to do, and I can't let Sakura see me if I look as terrible as Tosaka says. I can trust Tosaka with Sakura's care, so I'll take her offer.
そうだな。じゃあ少し部屋に引っ込んでる。昼食と夕食は俺が持っていくから、それ以外は遠坂に甘えていいか？
ええ、さくらの看病は任せておいて。勝手に動き出そうものなら叱りつけて眠らせるから。
You love those two idiots. Same. I like all three of the like main relationships for Shiro, but Shiro and Rin will always be my favorite. They're so good. I love them.
で、そういうシロは本当に一人で眠れる？やっぱり一つ試してみる？
しつこいな。そういう危なっかしいのは却下だ。
Whether romantic or platonic, they just have a great dynamic.
けどまあ、ありがとうな、遠坂。気を使わせて申し訳ない。
別に気なんか使ってないけど、それじゃあ私は行くから、シロもちゃんと眠りなさいよね。
Tosaka leaves in a hurry. Man, I don't know if she's perceptive or not, nor if she's a good person or a cold person. I hear geniuses tend to leave everyone else behind them, and I'm guessing that's Tosaka's type. Sakura has it tough. I'd never have peace of mind if Tosaka were my older sister.
まあ、それ以上に毎日楽しいんだろうけど。
Right. That's why I want them back to being sisters as quickly as possible. Sakura and Tosaka can be together again once the war ends, and the promise between their families goes away. They do have great chemistry. The 11-year gap won't be bridged that easily, but I want them to get close enough to laugh together over trivial matters. I'll do anything to help. I think this is the most I can do for Sakura.
ついでに遠坂もな。 あいつに困った顔させられるの今のところ桜ぐらいしかいないんだし。
Ah, crap. I just imagined Tosuka smiling happily. I'm sorry, Sakura. Wait, does this count as being unfaithful?
いや、それはともかく。
I can't take it easy forever. Tosuka said she'll challenge Zoken tonight. That's bad. The war will end if we defeat Zoken. The Holy Grail will appear once the war ends. No, rather, the Holy Grail will be opened. Zoken said the Holy Grail is a gate. What grants the wishes is not the Holy Grail, but what's inside of it. If that's true, what will happen to Sakura, who is the Holy Grail? Ilya said that Sakura loses her human functions as she nears completion as a Holy Grail. So there's only one way to save Sakura. Protect her until the Holy Grail War ends. I don't know how the Holy Grail will appear. I don't know if it appears when there's only one master left, or if the last master summons it. There's no problem if it's the latter. I just have to defeat Zoken, eliminate what's threatening Sakura, and wait for the duration of the war. Tosuka said we'll challenge Zoken tonight. Then we can beat Zoken. If she says we're fighting, that means we have a high chance of winning.
となると、問題は一つだけ。
The Black Shadow. Beating Zoken won't make it disappear. It will continue to surface as long as the Holy Grail, Sakura, exists. And it will take many lives every time. Waiting for the deadline means doing nothing about that shadow.
倒すしかない。あの影を俺の手で倒す。
That's the only possible choice. But can I beat it? If that thing came from the Holy Grail, the shadow should not have a concept of death. If I'm to eliminate it, I have to eliminate the projector, Sakura herself, or destroy the main body that's sending magical energy to the projector. Or find somebody who can impose the concept of death on things. Oh, if only Shiro knew about Ryogi Shiki or Tono Shiki, I guess, but Ryogi is the cooler Shiki.
本体か。
I don't think such a thing exists. But I can't come up with any effective plans unless I assume so.
聖杯の中身。ゾウケンは10年前の戦いで砕け散った聖杯のかけらを桜に埋め込んだ。その時も中身なんてあったのかな。
Oh. Wait a minute. Zoken said he made the crust worm from a piece of the Holy Grail.
琴峰。あいつはそのことに気がつかなかったのか。
No way. He extracted some crust worm from Sakura. He removed just a small quantity, but he treated Sakura's body. There's no way he wouldn't notice. He's the supervisor of the Holy Grail War, and he was one of the last surviving masters in the previous war. Then he should know what's wrong with her body. I run out the door. Compelled by the sudden insight, I can only think about the priest.
どうしてもっと早く気づかなかった。
If I'd just thought about it, I would have seen it right away. The shadow that appeared as Sakura's subconscious form. That man should know what's inside the Holy Grail. Interlude.
あれ、今出ていったの白のやつ。
Tosuka Rin wonders about the sound from the front door. She looks out the window and, sure enough, sees him running down the hill.
あのバカ、休んでろって言ったのにちっとも人の話を聞かないんだから。
She stops filling prescriptions and gets up. Sakura's medicine is important, but stopping Shiro comes first.
バジ豆腐どころの話じゃないわよ、あいつ。自分がどれだけ弱ってるかまるで分かってないんだから。
Yeah, they sure do. She dashes down the stairs. She hurries to the entrance to quickly follow after Shiro.
その前に
She has to check on Sakura, just in case. She hasn't given her the water jug or the pajamas, since she was planning to bring them with the medicine. She hasn't taken her temperature either. Shiro's recklessness angers her, but she can't scold Shiro if she ignores Sakura.
まあ気配からして眠ってるんだろうけど
It's only been a minute. Shiro should quickly lose his breath, stop, and rest at the bottom of the hill. He shouldn't even be able to run a kilometer in his condition.
何が厄介かって本人が気づいてないあたりが厄介なのよバカ
If she runs, she can catch up with him in no time. Of the people in the house right now, she has the most energy. It's natural that the strongest one looks after the weaker members.
さくら入るわよ
She goes in without waiting for a reply.
ちょっと外に出てくるすぐ戻るからおとなしくしてなさい着替えはここに置いておくから
She stops her sentence. And
やられたやってくれたわねさくら
Rin punches the wall hard enough to break it. Mato Sakura isn't in the room. The one in bed is not her.
見下げ果てた笑いだサーバントともあろうものがベッドで主人のふりをしてるなんてね
私も不本意ですがこれも命令ですのでですがこれはあなたの不注意でしょう私に責任を押し付けられては迷惑です
言ってくれる迷惑かけてるのはあの子の方じゃない一方的に
She grits her teeth. Rin glares at Ryder with hostility, and Ryder ignores it coolly.
遠坂凛次があるのならもっと出来のいい監視役を仕掛けなさい翡翠の鳥程度の使いまでは桜は欺けない技量でこそあなたに及びませんが直感という才能はあなたと同格なのですから
そうご忠告感謝するわけどその様子では忠告だけってわけじゃなさそうね
もちろん自分が帰ってくるまであなたを外に出すなと桜から
Rin clucks her tongue. She can't do anything now. By herself, she cannot defeat or escape from Ryder. She can only stay here, just as Sakura planned.
本当に頭きた一人じゃできないからあいつが助けようとしたのに結局一人で解決しに行くなんてね
抵抗しないのですか潔いのは結構ですが意外ですね
外に出なけりゃいいんでしょどうせあなたにはかなわないしさくらが帰ってくるまでおとなしくしてるわ
She sighs and leans against the wall. There's no will to fight. Rin relaxes, looks down, and
けどライダー言っておくけどあの子はもう帰ってこないいいえ帰ってきたところで私たちの知ってる麻藤さくらじゃなくなってるわ
mentions the worst possible future with the cold voice of a magus. Interlude out and directly into another interlude. My chest hurts. My heart has been sending me a danger signal for a while now. Thump, thump, splat, thump. The heart spits out blood to the rest of the body, raging around as though saying it'll... if it moves any more. My throat hurts. It feels like I'm swallowing needles every time I take a breath. So it's too scary to breathe. I'm already oxygen deprived, so intentionally limiting my breathing is like suicide. My limbs don't move well because they lack oxygen. I made it this far with unsteady steps, but I might fall unconscious at any time. That thought brings back my strength. I can't fall here. Sneaking out would become meaningless. I need to settle my match. I have to stop the old man that made me a master, even if it costs me my life. I steady my breathing. It's fine. It's not hard. It might be hard for others, but it's no problem for me. I just have to look at him like I do every night at dinner and shake my head. And that old man's scheme will end. I don't think about what'll happen to me after I disobey the monster. If I do, I won't be able to go through with it. So I stop thinking too much. Fortunately, the memory in my head is vague. I won't remember what I'm doing now in the next instant, so the fear is relatively small. I walk through my house, which I haven't been in for a few days. A dark house. I look through my scattering memory, but can't remember the house ever being bright. It's just like always. It's damp, degenerate, and viscous like always. But...
そんなどうして
But it's not as expected. Grandfather's presence is not in the house. The worm's presence cannot be felt anywhere. I hold myself upright and look around the empty living room. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. Something's wrong. That old man is not in the house. His laughing voice is not in the basement.
嘘どうして
It doesn't make sense. Grandfather, Mato Zoken, wants me back. But he couldn't do anything until now because I was at the Emiya household. So now should be his best chance. He will definitely come and try to turn me into a holy grail if I'm alone. So why isn't he coming out? My consciousness is fading away. That's bad. I have to see Mato Zoken before I fall asleep, before Emiya Shiro goes into action. I have to see him and end it right now. It'll all be over once I see him, so why isn't he appearing today of all days?
知ってるはずなの
Right, there's no way he doesn't know. He's always watching me. He can find me, no matter where I hide or how far I run. He knows he can easily catch and control me. He never considers the possibility that I might resist. He only treats me as a tool.
なのにどうして
There's no way he doesn't know. It shouldn't even matter that the priest removed some of my crust worm, because that's just insurance. He's watching my actions using a more reliable method. He knows my current condition. He's even listening to my heartbeat. He knows I'm alone here and that I left Ryder behind. Because he's...
Sakura.
A voice comes from right behind me. And...
兄さん
right when I realize it's Nissan and turn around... I don't stop until I reach the church. I was breathing hard when I was running down the hill, but my fatigue went away by the time I got to the intersection. Even I'm surprised by how well I'm doing. Even though I took the shortest route, I ran full speed for 5 kilometers from my house to the church.
感心してる場合じゃないだろう、今は。
I head to the entrance. I pull myself together, readying myself to have Kotomine talk if he knows everything. The priest is in the chapel. It seems like he's been waiting for me.
おや どうしたエミヤシロ。身体極まって神に祈るなどと卑怯な男ではなかったはずだが、終始替えかな。
And he offers an absurd welcome.
ふざけろ。あんたの嫌味に付き合ってる暇はないんだ。おしゃべりがしたきゃ一人でやってろ。
ほう、なるほど。確かに余裕はなさそうだな。その体でよくここまで来れたものだよ。どうかな。長話なら奥に移らないか。
結構だ。それより答えろ、琴峰。あんたさくらが聖杯だって知っていたな。
当然だ。あの娘の体を開いてみたのだからな。あれが魔頭造剣によって調整された黒い聖杯だということは分かっていた。
The priest plainly answers, as if it's not a big deal.
お前、それがどういうことだか分かっていて。
My head boils up in an instant. I tried to be calm, but Kotomine's reply shatters my composure.
そうだな。それがどういうことなのか。私、魔頭さくらをあのまま生かせば、多くの人間を殺すことになる。だからこそ私は忠告したのだ。あれを生かす価値があるのか、とな。
I stop. He's right. Kotomine did warn me back then. He saved her, but he kept repeating that keeping her alive was a mistake.
じゃあどうしてお前はさくらを助けた？俺はさくらを守りたかっただけだ。けどお前にそんな理由はないだろう。
理由はある。私もお前と同様、魔頭さくらを死なせたくなかった。彼女が内包した新しい命を死なせることはできなかった。人間は死ぬものだ。魔頭さくらが死ぬというのならそれも道理だろう。死にゆく者が彼女だけならば、私もあそこまで手は尽くさなかった。
死にゆく者がさくらだけならだと。
In short, he's saying he saved Sakura to save that black shadow?
その通りだ、エミヤシロ。傷を負い生き絶えるのならばそれは摂理だ。だが誕生しうる者、生まれようとする者を殺すことはできない。お前は魔頭さくらを救うために彼女を保護した。私は魔頭さくらがはらんだ闇を救うため彼女を救った。それが私の理由だ。お互い目的は違えど、魔頭さくらには生きていてもらわねばならなかった。その結論に何か不満があるとでも。
I'm not dissatisfied. No matter what his intentions were, I had no choice but to ask for his help back then. And he sacrificed his entire magic crest to save Sakura. I should at least thank him for the result.
そうだな。あんたが何を考えていたかなんて興味ない。それより聞かせてもらうぞ、琴峰。そこまで言うからには、あんたはあれの正体を知っているはずだ。
街を脅かす影のことか。まあ、私なりの考えはあるが、お前はどうだ？あれは一体何だと思う？
造剣は聖杯の中身だと言った。聖杯の中にあるものが桜を通じて外に出てきていると。
造剣に直接聞いたのか。なるほど、あの老人の考えそうなことだ。それでお前は奴の言葉を全て信用しているのかね。あの影が魔頭さくらから漏れた聖杯の中身であり、彼女が生きている限り殺戮を繰り返すものだと。
造剣なんて信用するか。けどあいつの言い分は符合しすぎている。さくらがあの影と関係があるって認めないわけにはいかない。
そうだな。 造剣の説明に嘘はなかろう。だが真実も語ってはいない。よいか。聖杯に満ちる力とは無色のもの。無色である以上、自分から人を襲うなどということはない。目的のない力は目的のないまま無産するものだろう。
What he's saying makes sense. First of all, why is something that's leaked out of the gate indiscriminately attacking people?
どういうことだ。どうしてあれは人を襲う。
言うまでもない。聖杯の中には人間を殺す者がいる。そうでなければ説明はつかんだろう。
Something that kills people? That thing is inside the Holy Grail and ruining Sakura? My vision wavers. This is too ridiculous to be true. But didn't I look up at such a thing 10 years ago?
それこそおかしいだろう。聖杯の力が無色の力だって言うなら、初めから人間を殺すなんて目的を持ったものがあるはずない。
なあ、それは本来あってはならぬもの。作られるはずのない矛盾だ。だが確かにあれは聖杯の中に潜んでいる。10年前、私とキリツグが残り聖杯をかけて戦ったことは教えていたな。その時点で聖杯の中身は何かに汚染されていた。無色のはずの力はあらゆる解釈を持って人間を殺す方向性を持った渦になっていたのだ。まあそれでも願いを可能とするほどの魔力の渦だ。願望機としての機能は損なわれていない。問題があるとすれば、それは悪をもって善を浮き彫りにするという幸福のあり方だろう。10年前の火災はそれゆえの惨劇だ。私はそれでも変わらぬと聖杯を認め、キリツグはそのような悪は認めぬと聖杯を破壊した。その結果は言うまでもない。私のサーバントは汚染された聖杯の中身を浴び、聖杯から漏れた泥は町を燃やし、人を殺めた。その光景をお前ならば知っているはずだ。
Yeah, I did see it. I saw the cause of it.
じゃあ、あの黒い花が。
そう。聖杯という穴だ。皮肉な話だ。汚れなき最高純度の魂をくべる杯。そこに一粒の毒が混ざった程度で、汚れなきものは全て変色した。何しろ無色だからな。どれほど深淵で広大だろうと、たった一人の色のついた異分子にはかなわなかったというわけだ。
Yep.
異分子って。じゃあ、それが聖杯の中身を変色させた原因なのか。
I don't remember how into detail this whole thing they get here.
おそらくな。3度目の儀式の折、アインツベルンは呼んではならぬものを召喚した。その結果、彼らが用意した聖杯戦争という儀式に不純物が混入した。3度目から4度目の間、50年の歳月をかけて聖杯の中で出産を待ったそれは、しかし外界に出ることはかなわなかった。4度目の聖杯は狭すぎたのだ。前回はセーバーとアーチャーが残ったまま期限を迎え、聖杯は完成しなかった。門こそ開いたものの、それは即座にキリツグによって破壊された。
不純物。そいつが黒い影の本体。
そいつというのは間違っているな。黒く染まろうと、聖杯の中身は純粋な力の渦に過ぎない。 中にあるものは方向性を持った魔力だ。人を殺すという方向性を持ったそれだけに特化した呪いの渦、人間の悪性のみを具現した混ざり気のない魔、それが聖杯の中にいるもの、夜に徘徊する影の本体だ。まだ生まれておらず、的尾さくらがいなければ影さえ落とせない出産予定時に過ぎないが。
出産予定時だと？ふざけんな。さくらはそんな得体の知れないやつを産ませられるっていうのか。
Enter the most unsubtle bit of commentary, bit of themes in the entirety of Fate Stay Night.
いや、的尾さくらが正しく作られた聖杯ならば、確かに彼女の肉体からそれは現れるだろう。だが彼女は特別だ。あれは門である的尾さくらを侵食し、門そのものになろうとしている。斧が誕生、無から有に至るため、彼女に自身の力を受け渡すことで、元より肉体を持たない力だ。人間として肉を持つ必要はない。誰かがその力を継承するだけで、それはこの世に存在することになる。聖杯の中身が漏れているのではない。あれは的尾さくらに浸透することで誕生しようとしている魔だ。故にあの黒い影は聖杯の中身などではない。あれはすでに的尾さくらそのものだ。マスターへの侵食、的尾さくらに力の継承が済んでしまえば、彼女自身があの影に変貌する。
Hold on. Hold on a minute, Kotomine. Even if you say that, I can't think straight.
元より不完全な聖杯。いや、前回の戦いで汚染された聖杯を使用した時点で、彼女はとうに契約していたのだ。アインツベルンが作った聖杯ならば、このようなことにはならなかっただろう。聖杯の中身は呪いに満ちていただろうが、それと適応するだけのよりしろではないのだからな。
Shut up. First of all, your talks are too long. I know, right? You should keep things simple. Like how that shadow isn't Sakura's subconscious. That's what Zoken said, but the shadow is attacking people because that's its nature. Sakura... it's not something she wished for.
聖杯の中で渦巻く呪い。これに適応する聖杯でなければ、あのように呪いが形を得ることなどなかっただろう。聖杯の中にいる者は、自身を確かな形に形取れるよりしろとつながってしまった。通常の聖杯、アインツベルン製の黄金や魔術師の肉体を使った聖堂の聖杯ならば、形にはならず、不確かな形になっていただろう。何しろ、質量を持つほどの呪いだ。場合によっては、ただ増殖するだけの肉の塊になるやもしれん。
Oh yeah, we saw that last route. I said I don't care about things that don't concern us. Get to the point. Let me know the conclusion. I thought I could save Sakura if I defeated the shadow. I thought I could save her if I could defeat it before Sakura completely turned into the Holy Grail. But if that shadow is Sakura herself...
呪いは的尾さくらというよりしろを得た。
Oh my god.
何しろ前回の戦いでこの世に漏れた触覚を体に埋め込まれ、魔術回路として育てられた人間だ。的尾さくらが聖杯として門を開けば開くほど、中にいるものと一体化していくだろう。
Okay, my dad is watching something downstairs and it looks like my mic is picking it up like a tiny bit. If you can hear it, I apologize.
だが安心しろ。的尾さくらに理性がある限り、 影は影に過ぎない。いかに呪いが的をさくらを汚染しようと命令権は彼女にある。彼女が聖杯として門を閉じようとする限り、中の者は的をさくらに宿るだけで完全には外に出られない。マスターとサーバントの関係と同じだ。マスターである的をさくらが許さない限り、サーバントである呪いはその力を行使できない。どれほど圧倒的な力を持とうと、この主従関係だけは覆せない。呪いがその方向性を遺憾なく発揮するには、的をさくらの理性が邪魔だ。的をさくらが呪いを自らの一部として受け入れるか、それとも呪いの魔力量に耐えきれず理性が崩壊するか、そのいずれかをもって的をさくらがはらんだ闇は誕生する。彼女はすでにあの影そのものだ。もはや聖杯戦争が終わったところで彼女を元に戻すことはできん。
That means when I defeat that black shadow and see its corpse, Sakura's body will come out from beneath its darkness. I thought my heart stopped. I clutched my chest and forced myself to breathe.
じゃあ、さくらをこのまま生かすってことは。
あの黒い影を羽化させるということだ。いずれ彼女の精神は死に、その時こそ地獄が具現する。いや、あのままでは肉体が耐えられぬと思ったが、よくやったなエミヤシロ。お前のおかげで的をさくらは未だ聖杯として機能している。
お前はさくらを化け物にしたいのか。
無論だ。あれが何であれ誕生する意志がある限り、生まれ出ようとする者を止めることはできない。そして間違えるなエミヤシロ。お前はあれを化け物というのか。まだこの世に現れてもいないものを化け物と。
当然だろう。あの影は悪魔だ。今だって際限なく人を殺しまくる悪魔じゃないか。
早計だな。善悪など所詮発生した後に我々が決めることに過ぎ、まだありもしないものを否定することは誰にもできない。それとも何か、お前は犯罪者の息子は間違いなく犯罪者になるとでも言うのか。それゆえに生まれる前に殺してしまえと。
How ridiculous. That thing is a killer by its very nature. And in reality, it is killing people.
それが間違いだ。あの影は的をさくらというよりしろから作った影に過ぎ、聖杯より生まれ出ようとする者はあれとは違う何かだ。あの影は的をさくらを使い、誕生のために人々の命を吸っているに過ぎ、ただ生きることを欲する血のみごと同じだ。無意識である以上、あれの行いに善悪は問えん。
バカを言うな。実際人が死んでるんだぞ。
そうだな。故に罪も罰も与えられるべきだろう。だがそれが誕生してからの話だ。まだ誰にもあれを否定することはできん。帰らざる者、未だ世に在価を問われぬ者を排斥することはできない。よいか、明確な悪の定義など人の世には存在しない。だがそれでもこの世に悪があるとするのなら、生まれようとする者を止めることこそが絶対の悪ではないか。
I swallow my words. It's not that I agree with Kotomine that Sakura should become the contents of the Holy Grail, But condemning him won't change anything, let alone save Sakura.
琴峰、あんたの目的はさくらが聖杯に変わることか。
I ask with hostility. It's a question to clarify our positions, a statement made too late to be a declaration of hostility.
そのために的尾さくらを助けたと言った。それが生まれるというのであれば、私はそれを祝福するだけだ。お前が的尾さくらを擁護するように、私はその大事を擁護しよう。
そうか。それは俺たちの敵ってことか。
無論だ。だが私は的尾さくらの命が欲しいわけではないし、的尾増減のように聖杯の力が欲しいわけでもない。聖杯の中にあるもの、それが命として誕生した時のみ、それを擁護する。出産の前に母体が子を拒むのであらば、そちらの意志を尊重しよう。
There's no lie in his words. This priest does not care who wins the Holy Grail War. All he wants is the result. He just wants to see what appears after Zoken or I remain. He has no intention of forcing Sakura and altering her. He is saying he will save Sakura only when we're unable to save her, and when she turns into something else.
わかった。あんたが傍観に徹するんなら、俺も手は出さない。理由はどうあれ、あんたはさくらを助けてくれた。今はそれだけで十分だ。
そうか。私が助けたのは母体だが、そう取るのなら口出しはせん。さて、お前の要件はこれだけかな。ならば、的尾さくらのもとに帰るがいい。
The priest is worrying about Sakura's health. No, her mind. We're clearly enemies, yet I still can't tell for certain.
いや、もう一つだけ聞きたい。多分、これがあんたに聞く最後の質問になる。
ほう。最後ならば無下にはできんな。いいだろ、聞こう。
琴峰、さくらは助けられるのか？
The atmosphere changes. The pressure from the priest increases as he gives me advice.
手はある。だが、半々というところだ。聖杯として完成すれば、的尾さくらという人格は消え去るだろう。だが、聖杯が放つ力に彼女の精神が少しでも耐えられるのなら、そのわずかな時間が希望になる。おそらく、もって数秒。その合間に聖杯を制御し、その力を持って彼女の内部に救う者を排除する。要は力ずくだ。的尾さくらを聖杯に仕立て上げる刻印中も、彼女の肉体をより代にする者も、聖杯の力で殺してしまえばよい。汚染されたとはいえ、聖杯は願望機としての機能を保っている。その用途が殺害に関することならば、それこそ殺せぬ命を。
結局それか。初めからこの戦いは。
Kirei talks too much.
そう。聖杯を手に入れることに集約される。だが注意しろ。聖杯の力を聖杯そのものに向けるのだ。並大抵の魔術師では魔力を制御できず、しくじれば10年前の惨劇を繰り返すことになる。それだけではない。わずか数秒で聖杯を制御するなど狂気の沙汰だ。お前一人ではどうあっても成し得ない奇跡だぞ。
けどそれしかないんだろう。ならやってやるさ。それにそういうことならこっちだって少しは当てがある。
なるほど。
Hello, Blue Gatorade. Welcome, welcome.
リンは的尾さくらの姉だ。妹の精神に同調し、聖杯からの反動を和らげることも容易だろう。
haven't watched Bleach. I don't get the joke. Why are you saying Aizen?
もっともそんな馬鹿げた賭けにあれが賛同するとは思えないが
That's true. I'll have to convince her to change our course of action once I get home.
いいさ。そんなのはこっちの苦労だ。じゃあ、アーバーよ。尺だけど世話になった。あんたの言い分は認めないけど、礼は言っとく。
待て。質問に答えたのだ。私からも一つ聞きたいことがある。
I stop. I don't want to, but it's nothing if I can return the favor.
なんだよ。最後にするって言ったのはあんただろ。手短に済ませてくれ。
何？万が一今の方法で的尾さくらを救えたとしよう。だが、お前はそれでいいのかな、エミヤシロ。的尾さくらが聖杯で亡くなったとしても、彼女がすでに人食いであることに変わりはない。その罪人をお前は擁護するというのか？
It stops. My heart freezes.
耐えられぬのはお前だけではない。
Hello, Bromentum. Welcome, welcome. Let's make this short. Yaps for 30 minutes. Average interaction with Kirei.
彼女は多くの人間を殺した。的尾さくら自身、そのような自分を容認できるとは思えんが。
それは。
罪を犯し、償えぬまま生き続けるのは辛かろう。ならば、人思いに殺してやった方が幸せなのではないか。その方が楽であり、奪われた者たちへの謝罪にもなる。
That's right. The chain would end right there. It doesn't matter if she intends to or not, or intended to or not. No matter the reason, the assailant must be punished. If she took lives, she must repay the victims with something of equal value. So kill. My morals tell me I must kill Sakura if I truly pity the victims. Not only that, if I can't save Sakura and she becomes a holy grail, nothing can stop her. Many more lives will be lost. Just like that day. Innocent people will die without knowing the meaning of their death. I swallow the gastric juice coming up my throat. My eyes become bloodshot. I might bleed out of my eyes. I slash the pressure with thousands of swords and...
ああ。けど、それは償いじゃない。
I confess that I'll still protect Sakura.
そうか。エミやキリツグの後は継がないというわけか。
He talks as if he's disinterested. The priest regards me with a bored expression, as if disappointed.
親父の後だと。
そうだ。お前の父親は人間を愛していた。より高く、より遠く、より広く。際限なく限界を切り開く人間を愛し、そのために自身を絶対の悪とした。あの男ならば、やはり的尾さくらを殺していただろう。奴は正義とやらのために、人間らしい感情を切り捨てた男だからな。
No toxic yaoi for you, fake priest.
それは、あんたとは違うのか。
Unfortunately for him, all his toxic yaoi partners are dead. And by that I mean, Gilgamesh and Kiritsugu.
正義のために。多くの幸福のために、一人の人間の幸福を切り捨てると。
いや、お前たちが幸福と呼ぶものでは、私に喜びを与えなかった。
That's not a reply. No, more than that. He's not even looking at me.
そう。 違ったな。奴は初めからあったものを切り捨て、私には初めから切り捨てられるものがなかった。結果は同じながら、その過程があまりにも違ったのだ。奴の存在はあまりにも不愉快だった。奴の苦悩は明らかに不快だった。
I'm not a big Kotokiri fan, but... yeah, Kotokiri. I was like, hang on, is that the ship name? Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of it, but I understand why
そこ
people
まで
like
して
it.
切り捨てるというのなら、初めから持たな
Kotokil,
い。
however.
だというのに奴は
That's very
苦
good.
悩を持ち、切り捨てた後でさえ拾い上げた。それが人間の正しい営みだというように。その違いこそが決定的だった。そう。初めから持ち得ないのなら、なぜ私はこの世に生を受けたのか。
The priest's words are not directed at anyone, but they contain anger. They contain emotion, which I thought this man did not have.
それを思えば、お前に切り継ぐの後など告げるはずもなかった。奴は切り捨てることで実行したが、お前は両立することしか実行できない。
Hang on, I just had a thought. Is this what Kagurabachi is like? The protagonist talks to somebody and they're like, dude, you're dad, man. You're dad. I haven't read Kagurabachi, but from what I understand, that happens quite a bit.
お前は私と似ている。お前は一度死に、蘇生するときに故障した。後天的ではあるが、私と同じ生まれついての欠陥品だ。
故障ってどこが壊れてるって言うんだ。
気づいていないだけだ。お前には自分という概念がない。だがそのお前がまさか一つの命にこだわるとはな。
You are not concerned about many, but concerned about all, as if they were only one. Yes. Kotomine Kirei sounds almost envious as he speaks to himself.
まあいい。その上で的を桜だけを救うのなら止めはしない。背負いたいだけ在庫を背負うがいい。最後に忠告をしよう。どのような形であれ的を桜を救いたいのであらば、的を造剣を殺すことだ。奴は的を桜の精神が消え去った後、空になった肉体に乗り移る。そうなっては的を桜を取り戻すこともできなくなる。
乗り移るって桜に造剣が。
そうだ。あれの本体は人体に寄生する虫だからな。魂の容器にあたる脳虫がどこに潜んでいるかは知れんが、それが生きている限り人体の乗っ取りは安い。的を造剣はある意味不老不死だ。魂を世に留めている手のひらほどの虫を探し出すか、魂そのものを浄化させなければ完全には滅ぼせん。
そうか、逆にすっきりしたよ。どのみち造剣は倒さなくちゃいけないってことなんだからな。
なるほど。確かに分かりやすいな。的を造剣を倒し、的を桜を勝者にする。その後に現れる聖杯を制御し、的を桜の身体を洗浄する。方針としてはそんなところか。
I don't want to, but I nod. The plan should be simple, like Kotomine said.
これは試験だがな。的を桜の精神は存外に強く、聖杯の呪いに適合しすぎている。輪が陽性だとしたら、あれは陰性なのだろう。的を造剣に落ち度があったとしたらそこだ。あの黒い影は造剣の予想を超えて的を桜を成長させてしまった。あれがお前に手を出してきたのはそのためだろう。的を桜を守るがいい。 羽化に耐えられるのであれば母体とて死にはすまい。
I don't say anything but nod back. Kotomine wants Sakura to change, but he's still much better than Zoken.
言っとくが、
That's not a high barrier to clear.
そんな得体の知れないものを羽化なんてさせるものか。
その息だ。決して造剣にだけは手渡すな。
With a snort, I turn my back to him. I have no business here. I have to quickly go back to Sakura. The first thing I feel after returning home is an icy chill. Nothing's wrong, and there's no sign of danger, but I have a bad feeling. There's nobody in the living room. Ilya is sleeping in her room. Tosaka is preparing for the projection in her room. Sakura is...
さくら、入るぞ。
I call out and place my hand on the doorknob. I feel a cold sensation on my back. I shake off my uneasiness and open the door.
さくら、
I see Ryder for a second, but her figure disappears. Behind her, the bed which Sakura should be in is empty. The light turns on. I look around in surprise.
おかえりなさい。どこに行ってたかは聞かないけど、ずいぶんと遅かったわね。
遠さか。これは一体。
見ればわかるでしょ。さくらは一人で外に出て行って、私はさっきまでライダーに睨まれていたのよ。彼女、あなたには手を出さないよう命じられているんでしょうね。シローが入ってきた途端、霊体化して外に逃げていったわ。
Tosaka sounds calm. No, that's not it. Her voice doesn't sound calm. Her tone is one of cold disinterest, as if she's given up on something.
遠さか。さくらが出て行ったって。
本当よ。あなたが出ていく前からいなかったようだから、もう2時間は経つわ。あんな体で何をする気かは知らないけど、私たちの言いつけは聞けないってことでしょうね。探しに行こうとした私をライダーで止めるぐらいなんだから、後ろめたいことでもあるんでしょう。
Okay, I'm gonna be right back. Just give me a few minutes. Alright, we're back.
バカなこと言うな。さくらが俺たちに隠し事をしてるなんて。
I can't say for certain. Sakura's nightmare. I have no idea what Sakura thought about her deteriorating body.
とにかく連れ戻さないと。あんな状態のさくらを一人にしたら、それこそ
犠牲者が出るかもね。学校で私を襲った時みたいに目についた人から魔力を奪いかねないわ。だってほら、昨夜あの影に襲われた人がいなかったでしょ。
Tosaka.
Tosaka looks away and swallows her words. Her eyes say to give up, telling me it's all over.
Tosaka, お前。
さくらを探すのはいい。私も賛成よ。けど見つけ出したあの子の姿を見た時、さくらがもうさくらじゃなかったらやるべきことは分かってるわね。
そんなことはない。さくらはさくらのままだ。
正気？もう限界だって分からないの？いい加減諦めなさい、シロ。これ以上さくらをかばったらまず真っ先にあなたが
つまらない憶測は後だ。今はさくらを見つけて連れ戻すだけだろう。その後で納得いくまで言い合ってやるから、今は黙ってろってんだ。
待ちなさい、シロ。
I run through the hallway. I don't have time to wonder where Sakura went.
もういいでしょ、シロ。
I run outside at full speed, as if denying her words.
シロ、さくらを探しに行くの。
Then, someone unexpected calls to me from behind. When did she come here? Ilya's watching me from a distance, as if there's a wall between us.
イリア。
答えて、シロ。さくらを探しに行くの。
I nod. Ilya's voice is tense. The despair in her voice is different from Tosaka's. As a Holy Grail, Ilya must understand what condition Sakura is in.
そう。けど、シロ。さくらが一人で外に出たのは、シロに見られたくなかったからだよ。さくらはシロを守るために、怖いけど、死にたくないけど、聖杯である自分自身に決着をつけに行ったの。シロが好きだったさくらはもういないわ。さくらは自分を消すために、一人でここから出て行ったんだから。
Ilya looks straight at me. I meet her gaze and shake my head. I won't let that happen. Even if Sakura isn't Sakura anymore, there's only one thing I'm going to do.
そう。けどシロ、私もさくらも自分の中にもう一つの自分を持っている。それはきっとシロが知っている私じゃないし、シロが思ってるさくらとは違うんだよ。さくらは戻らない。変わってしまったさくらはもう別人に過ぎない。それでもさくらを殺すのは嫌なの、シロ。
A quiet question. This is what Ilya really means. The Holy Grail is made with the premise of it breaking down. So I don't need to hesitate about destroying it. But to me, it sounds like she's talking about herself rather than about Sakura.
シロ、もう一度だけ聞くわ。それでも、あなたはさくらを探しに行くの？
I don't know how much emotion her question carries. So I honestly tell her the path I chose.
ああ、探しに行く。俺にとってさくらはどうあってもさくらなんだ。それはイリアも同じだろう。もしイリアが聖杯なんてわけのわからないものになっても、イリアはイリアだ。たとえどんなに変わり果ててしまっても、その中にイリアがいるのなら、それは俺の知っているイリアだと思う。難しいことは正直よくわからない。俺にはそれだけだ。
I put my hand on the door.
条件のところよ。さくらが行くとしたら、そこ以外ありえないわ。
I hear her behind me.
わかった。イリアはうちで待機しててくれ。さくらを連れてすぐ帰ってくる。
I leave. Ilya stays standing in the hallway, as if seeing off something very far away. I reach the Mato household. I'm not out of breath. My body has to be tired from all the running, but it doesn't complain to me at all.
開いてる。
I stop before I ring the doorbell. Did someone go in or come out? The front door is half open, and it's dead quiet inside. I don't feel any human presence. The Mato household is gloomier than yesterday. There's nobody on the first floor. My footsteps echo throughout the hallway. The floor creaks as I make my way to the stairs. There's nobody on the second floor. I see the sky through the glass above the landing. Hello, Mad! Welcome! Welcome in, Mad! Fridge raid, where's the cheese? Ah, we had a raid from Melody! Welcome, Melody! Welcome, welcome! Did y'all have fun playing Resident Evil? Did you guys finish the game? I know you were saying you were expecting to finish it. Okay, you did? Sick. Punched a boulder? Heck yeah. There's nobody on the second floor. I see the sky through the glass above the landing. Once I make my way to the top, I'll be able to tell that there's no living person on the second floor. I turn to go back downstairs, but I stop. A living person. The strange feeling makes me head to the room with a slightly opened door. It's Sakura's room. Hey, Melody! Hey, Melody, I just had a thought. Today's Shiro Day. I have 2 people I know who have decided to start playing or reading or whatever Fate Stay Night because it's Shiro Day. You know what you should do? You know what you should do, Melody? It's Sakura's room. I've seen it once before, but I've never actually gone in there before. It's because Sakura pushed us out with a red face when Shinji led me here. I think that was 2 years ago. Nothing's changed. A girl's room. It's a simple room suited for Sakura. Good night, Mad. And on the bed
シンジ。
is the corpse of Mato Shinji! Let's fucking go!
ずいぶん遅いお帰りじゃないか。
Oh, big content warning for this scene. The man who was her brother is no longer masking his expression. There is no trace of the fake smile he wore until now, pretending to be her brother.
この裏切り者、マトウの面汚しが。
He screams as he approaches her. You must lurk and get some rest. Alright, enjoy your lurk, Melody. Hope you rest up well. He scowls at the girl, approaching her with slow but menacing steps. The girl's chin jumps. She knows that this hatred, this murderous emotion, is aimed at her.
そうだよな。お前はそうでなくっちゃ。そうだ。どんなに普通の人間を装っても変わらない。お前はマトウの女だ。卑しい魔術師崩れ。恐れ、怯え、やがて感情をなくし、人形と変わらなくなる。
Shut up, dude! The man takes another rough step towards the girl. She shrinks away. The man smiles at the sense of superiority he had long forgotten. That's why he doesn't notice until it happens. The girl cowering before his eyes has none of her former meekness. He doesn't notice that she's filled with nothing but disgust and loathing.
なんだ、今日はずいぶん元気じゃないか。そうかそうかそうか、そりゃあいい。
Hello, Bots Boy 408. Welcome, welcome. Shinji needs to die. Oh, don't worry about that.
エミヤも今頃落ち込んでるだろうな。
やめて。近寄らないで。兄さん。
The girl refuses the bloodthirsty man with all her might.
Huh?
The man stops. He lowers his outstretched hand slightly, then looks down at the girl as one might look at a mysterious thing.
なんて言った？今お前なんて言った？
A voice of surprise. The girl gulps, but stares resolutely back at him.
近寄らないでと言ったんです。私はこれ以上兄さんの言いなりにはならない。先輩はこんな私でも受け入れてくれた。私を守るって言ってくれた。私は兄さんのおもちゃじゃない。私はもう。
The girl frantically tries to shake off the man's pressure. A hollow voice. The man looks down at the girl standing before him.
ふざけんな、ふざけるな、ふざけるな、ふざけるな、この！
And he releases all his rage on her.
エミヤだと？僕の言いなりにはならない？勘違いするな。何様のつもりだお前。決めるのはいつでも兄である僕だ。お前は今まで通りただ黙って従えばいいんだよ。
His fury is unstoppable. The man has no sanity left, having been denied by something that had never betrayed him.
訂正しろよさくら。お前は僕のものだ。他の誰のものでもない。身の程をわきまえろ。お前はマトウの女だ。ならお前には僕に逆らう権利なんてこれっぽっちもないんだよ。
The man's rage knows no bounds. The girl's eyes show great determination, condemning the man. He can't stand the look in her eyes. He doesn't want her staring straight at him. But at the same time, he laughs at her futile efforts. He laughs. He laughs. Her brother laughs. And she realizes what he's thinking. No matter what, he intends to ruin her for his own amusement. She murmurs. Why does it always end up like this? She endured so many things. She lied to others, lied to herself, and kept telling herself that she could be happy. She thought she was happy just by being at her senpai's house. But why isn't he protecting such a small thing? No, he's not the only one who isn't protecting her. She thought for a long time. She is cursed for a long time. Why? Why? The world around her hates her so much. The strength floods out of her body. She loses her will to resist, and her brother looks down at her in satisfaction. The girl stares up at him with empty eyes as he triumphantly lays bare his dark emotions.
こんな人いなければいいのに。
11 years. She thinks something she has never thought during that time. Yeah! The air makes a sound. The man on top of her falls down. Fresh blood splatters onto her. The girl raises her body and looks at her silent brother. It was an instant death. He must have been hit with a very sharp string. A line is visible on the back of his head, as if it was drawn in with a pencil. The line reaches his brain, but the line is too thin to make it spill out, and his blood is the only thing flowing out. She looks down at it without emotion. The shadow that killed her brother wavers. It wavers in the gray sunlight. Her own shadow. Her own shadow is standing up and wavering. So she's the one that killed. It was she who killed her brother. She understands, but does not feel anything. She feels nothing. 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 No disgust, no fear, no guilt, no regret. The only thought in her vacant mind is that it was easy. She's used to it. This isn't her first time. Because she saw plenty in her dreams. She saw it in her dream, so did she copy what she saw? She doesn't know, but she thinks she should have done it sooner. If she'd known she wouldn't feel anything, she would have done it a long time ago. She thinks, and... her empty emotion murmurs that it was fun. It was fun. It was fun. It was fun? It was fun? Where? When? What? Dream. Dream. That's right. She wasn't dreaming. Those dreams were not dreams. The one that wandered through the night and killed the men was herself. Yes, she killed many people. She killed many, many people. She killed them laughing. It's so funny she laughs, because she'll break down unless she laughs. She can't bear it unless she's laughing. But more tears flow out the more she laughs, and everything becomes meaningless for her. It's so funny that her stomach hurts. It's as if she's regressing mentally every time she laughs. But it's so comforting and natural. Oh, how stupid, how stupid, how foolish. Her face is contorted in a manic grin. In place of her silent brother, the girl sweetly spills out a voice like glass. And like that, after tinkering with her brother's body like she's playing house, she gets up. She stands in front of the mirror, still covered in blood. Behind her stands the shadow that killed so many. Her own shadow. The black shadow that has eaten countless people. Someone was there, trying hard not to turn her into it. Someone was there by her side. She laughs. There was never any hope for her.
なんだ。少しずつおかしくなってたんじゃないんだ。
She twirls in front of the mirror. The girl makes a proud smile.
見てください、先輩。私、最初から壊れてたんです。
and speaks as if asking for a dance. The girl's consciousness ends there. No, to be more accurate, it changes. It's merely that her repressed subconscious has risen to the surface. Something talks to the girl. Behind her. The darkness stays as darkness, shows up as a presence, and looks at the girl.
多くの人間を殺したな、桜。
The girl doesn't reply. She doesn't even need to acknowledge such a question.
お前はもはや人として生きられん。
The girl doesn't reply. She doesn't even need to be told about it.
さあ、その影を受け入れるがいい。お前を止められる者はおらん。アインツベルンの娘を奪い聖杯を手に入れよ。
はい。仰せのままに。おじい様。
She nods quietly. Did she agree because it sounds fun? Or did she just want to run away? The girl doesn't understand her own mind anymore. But the pain in her body goes away as soon as she accepts it. It crawls up. Black mud comes out from her core and smears itself on her skin. The pain turns into fire to burn her skin. Like a curse, it turns her white skin into something else.
これなら。
Won't lose to anyone. Nobody will get in the way. She knows that she is the strongest one now. In her mind, the girl kills everyone who has threatened her. Her body trembles. Just imagining it fills her with the greatest joy. And in this fantasy, foremost in her mind is the relative she loves the most. The one called Tosaka Rin.
Shinji.
Shinji's corpse is on the bed. There's nothing else. What happened here? There's no way I would know, but
Sakura.
somehow I can tell that Sakura killed him. I can't think. Shinji's corpse. Sakura's whereabouts. It's only been half a day since I embraced Sakura, so how did it end up like this?
おや、誰かと思えばエミヤの小せがれか。よく来たと言いたいところだが、少しばかり遅かったようじゃな。
I turn around at the sudden voice. There's no one behind me. I know there's nobody in this house. Zoken's voice is echoing through the room even though he's not here.
そうけん。お前、桜に何をした？
何もしておらぬ。見ての通り、不肖の孫が妹から返り討ちにあっただけよ。別段騒ぎ立てるほどのことでもない。だが、不肖の孫と呼ぶのもこれ限りじゃな。使えの男であったが、最後にはきっちりと役目を果たしてくれた。
He laughs. I can't see the old magus, but I'm sure he's laughing with a hideous face.
シンジの役目だと。
おうよ。桜をその気にさせるのはわしではできぬ。わしはちとあれに嫌われすぎてしまったからな。お主か信じどちらかにあれの席を壊してもらわねばならなかった。桜が自らの影を受け入れるにはこの世に絶望してもらわねばならなかったからの。いやはやこれはわしの過ちじゃ。あれの精神力を甘く見ておった。簡単に決壊すると思ったが、あれは決して自分から崩れはしない。よもやあれがあそこまで我慢強く育つとは思わなんだ。
My nerves condense. Before I even understand what he's saying, I clench my right fist, open my magic circuit,
い
and
や、欲を言えばお主の手で桜を裏切って欲しかったのだぞ。それならばあのように半端な覚醒ではとどまらず、心身ともに影そのものに変わり果てたであろう。だがまあそれも時間の問題よな。神事の死をもってあれはようやく自分の立場を受け入れた。あとは見ているだけでよい。あれは本能の赴くままに人を襲い、その暴食ゆえに自滅する。わしの仕事はその後ということ。
I punch the wall. With all my might, I lash out at the darkness where the voice is coming from. I unconsciously fill my hand with magical energy, which is transmitted into the wall and sweeps the darkness from the room.
おほほほ、これは怖い。監視役にと残した虫どもが軒並み潰れおったわ。これではすぐに声すら届かなくなるな。
うるせえ、出てこい双剣。ここで八つ咲きにしてやる。
いやいや、残念だがそういうわけにもいかん。マキリ500年の祝願にようやく手が届いたのだ。ここでお主に殺されるわけにもいかんし、お主を仕留めるほど恩知らずでもないのでな。
恩知らずだと？ふざけるな。誰がお前に尻尾を振った？
振ったとも。お主はあそこまで桜を育ててくれたではないか。あの娘に他者を欲するという感情を教え込んだのは他ならぬお主よ。そう、わしは感謝しておるよ、エミヤシロ。こたびの儀はお主がいてこその成功だった。故に殺しはせん。お主には見事成長したあれの姿を見てもらわねばならんからの。
双剣。
もはや誰にも止められん。兄を殺したあれは立ち止まることなどできん。アインツベルンの聖杯、あの小娘が取り込んだアーチャーの魂を取り込み、門に至る鍵を奪う。させれば罪だ。我がマキリの悲願、第三法の再現がついに果たされるのみよ。
The annoying laugh echoes through the room. I'm going to be the one to make this decision. I quickly go back home. Hold on. Steal Einsburn's Holy Grail? I run. I don't care about the laughter. I'm sure he's watching me from a safe place. There's no time to let an old man's drivel get to me.
そうだ、急がよいエミヤシロ。すでに桜は国家しておる。イリアスフィールを捕らえれば容赦なく飲み下すぞ。
I kick the ground hard enough to tear my legs off.
イリア、プして。
It'll take 20 minutes to get to my house, even if I run full speed. I glare at the gray sky and run frantically back to Ilya. And yet another interlude. The girl is looking up at the sky. The gray sunlight dulls her silver hair and red eyes.
そうね。シローが帰ってきたら言わなくっちゃ。
Iliasville talks to herself. The Emiya household is quiet. Shiro and Rin went to find Sakura. Ryder, naturally, is nowhere to be seen, leaving Ilya as the only one here.
天の杯、200年前に作られた一番初めの約束の土地。この感じじゃもう起動が始まってる。
This is the 5th Holy Grail War in Fuyuki. The Holy Grail has been summoned into different places each time, but it is returned to the original site for this war. It's only natural. They use one of the gates located at the 4 compass points and move on to the next when one fails. The first was the Ryudo Temple. The second was the Tosaka household. The third was the church on top of the hill. The fourth was that burned field. Then this summoning returns to the site of the first. The point of origin. The false utopia that sets the rules of the Holy Grail War.
精霊の魂で満ち足りた聖杯。それをもって門を開くのが彼らが目指した奇跡だけど、まさか開けてもいないのに中に住んでしまうものが出るなんて。
Ilya murmurs in disbelief. This is far from the Einsburns' dearest wish. They have failed. The disaster that will be born is a far cry from what they wished for.
放っておけばいい。私の役目は開けることだもの。閉じろなんてこと誰も私に言わなかった。
And she couldn't possibly close it even if she tried. Mato Sakura excels her inability as the Holy Grail. Einsburn's Holy Grail cannot do anything to the gate opened by Makiri's Holy Grail. Mato Zoken thinks he opened the same gate, but in reality, he opened a completely different one. The only ones aware of this are the Holy Grails, the girl and Mato Sakura.
間に合うかな、シロ。シロが間に合うなら一緒にどこか遠くに逃げてもいいけど。
She looks up at the sky. The girl is wavering. She doesn't know whether to choose the role imposed on her or the desire born from within her.
でもね、シロ。どっちにしたって死んじゃうことに変わりはないんだよ。
The result is the same. Regardless of whether she goes to the gate as the Holy Grail or runs away, she will die. Which is her true self? She asks the gray sky for an answer. That's why she doesn't notice. The person who came through the door with an "I'm home." Did she slip through the boundary field? Or did it not consider her a trespasser? Slowly, she moves from the living room to the yard without a sound, then reaches out to the girl sitting at the porch.
ずいぶん遅いお帰りね、さくら。今までどこに行ってたの？姉さん。
The trespasser, Mato Sakura, stops her hand. She looks away from Ilya and to Tosaka Rin, who has been waiting for her in the yard.
イリアから離れなさい。それ以上近づいたら容赦なく撃ち抜くわ。
Everyone here knows it's no empty threat.
無駄なことなのに。あ、それでリンの気が済むならいいけど。
Iliasville starts walking without showing any surprise. The girl walks to the edge of the yard, as if to watch over the two's confrontation.
そう。初めからここで待っていたんですね、姉さん。私がイリアちゃんを誘いに来ると読んでたんだ。まあね、私にはシロと違ってあんたを助ける理由がないもの。いよいよとなったらイリアをさらいに来るのは明白でしょ。そうでなくても一度前科があるんだから、イリアを見張るのは当然よ。
Sakura's brows twitch at Shiro's name, showing unhappiness. She shows undisguised hatred that would surprise anyone who knew her previous self.
ひどいな。姉さんはいつもそう。そうやって決めつけて私をバカにするんです。自分は綺麗だからって汚れた私を見下している本当に嫌な人。ねえ姉さん、私そんなに悪い子ですか？
Her voice contains no emotion. The question alone should send a chill up anyone's spine.
当たり前じゃない。この家を出た時点で救いきれない大バカよ。あんたはマトウサクラを守りたがってたやつを最後まで信じてやらなかったんだから。
but Tosuka Rin gives a firm reply. Sakura looks down, as if acknowledging the truth of her mistake.
私はそれが最良だと思ったなんて言わないで。私たちは外に出るなって言ったのよ。それに異論があったならまず相談しろっていうのよ。なのにあんたは黙って出て行った。一人きりで今までと全く同じ失敗を繰り返した。本当に呆れたわ。そんなことも守れないから他人にいいようにつけ込まれるのよ、あんたは。そうですね。確かに今まではそうでした。けど姉さん、私もう弱くなんてありません。これからは姉さんが家にこもっていてください。先輩は私が守りますから。
Her cold stare, the emitting ominous shadow. Realizing that it's as she feared, Rin takes a step back, not knowing that her hesitation is the last trigger that drives Mato Sakura.
どうしたんですか姉さん。そんな風に背中を丸めてるとまるで私に怯えているように見えますよ。
It's too late when she clucks her tongue. No, it's not too late or anything. When Sakura reached for Iliasville, it was already too late.
そう、もう部屋でおとなしくしてる気はないってこと？ええ、姉さんの言うことなんてもう聞きません。だって私の方が強いもの。
The shadow dances. Many shades of darkness emerge from the ground below Sakura and engulf the yard. And from the shadow...
さくら、あんた。
emerges a swordsman who is contaminated in black.
セイバー、聖杯を捕まえて。抵抗するようなら多少の乱暴は構わないから。
Black Saber obeys without a word. There's no doubt about it. What that shadow is... Tosuka Rin bites her lip, seeing what kind of fate awaits a servant swallowed by the mud. You know, I can't help but wonder if the remaster changes this to Saber Altar, because at the time, like when Fate Stay Night first came out, there wasn't an official name for that. But now Saber Altar is the official name, so I wonder if they like updated that. At that instant, a merciless attack. A shadow with magical energy far surpassing that of Tosuka Rin is fired. She rolls as she lands. The fired shadow is on the same level as the black shadow. It'll be the end if it touches her. If it even grazes her, it will stick to her skin, covering her in an instant. And after that, if Tosuka Rin is swallowed by the mud that even a servant cannot escape, she will be absorbed without hope of resistance. The black tentacles whip towards her in rapid succession. Rin realizes that the attacks are not from the black shadow, but a magic Sakura possesses. That magic of Mato is to bind others. But Sakura is originally from the Tosuka family, a shadow user with an origin of the imaginary element, the imaginary number. Mato Sakura is able to embody the Black Shadow to that degree because she has both of those attributes. She's easily cornered. Their magical energy capacities are too unevenly matched. Sakura's magical energy is infinite. Her capacity reaches 100 million. To Rin, whose capacity is a mere 300, Sakura is a monster. She controls both the Black Shadow and Saber, who has the greatest magical energy out of all the servants. Even a servant will not be able to match such a monstrous magus.
まず魔術自体は単純だけど、とにかく量が違いすぎる。
She stares at what Sakura has become, gasping for breath. She has no chance of winning, and she cannot escape. It'd be a different story if she had a source of magical energy like the Holy Grail, but she doesn't have such a thing.
と言っても、魔力の供給源としちゃ、この世界で聖杯と同レベルのものなんてないんだけど。
She suppresses her frustration by grumbling.
ダメですよ、姉さん。そんなところで立ち止まったら危ないじゃないですか。
Sakura points her hand at Rin without hesitation. There's no mercy. Sakura smiles, enjoying the absolute dominance.
さあ、もっと遊びましょう、姉さん。最後には捕まってしまうでしょうけど、それまで可愛く逃げてくださいね。
She smiles at her beloved sister. The result is as obvious as she says. Rin cannot get away from the shadow. Sakura can quickly cover the whole house with the shadow if she wishes. As Sakura slowly expands the extent of the shadow, Rin is defeated without being able to do anything. The black shadow covers Tosuka Rin. The gel-like mud tightly binds Rin's body, turning into numerous tongues to invade her magic circuit.
なんだ、そこまでですか?
Oops. She looks down at her helpless sister. Wild breathing and heated cheeks. Her older sister is covered with heavy oil, exciting even Sakura, who is of the same sex, and also her sister. I forgot about that. That's weird. Her face is left uncovered, perhaps because Sakura wants to enjoy her pain. Rin swallows her contempt and glares back at Sakura. But that's only for a few seconds. The mud that stirs her body violates her internal organs.
それじゃあいただきますね。これ楽しみだったんです。魔術師から魔力を食べるのは初めてだから。
The gel-like shadow tightens around Tosuka Rin. The meal doesn't even last a second.
おいしい。満腹には程遠いけど、少しは足しになりました。
The last traces of magic fade from Tosuka Rin. That's the end. Head down and chest heaving, Rin has no power to resist. She has no way to fight back, but
それだけじゃダメだ。ここで殺しておかないと。次は。
will lose to Ne-san. It's a groundless assumption. The difference in their powers will never be overturned. But Sakura is firmly convinced that she will lose if they fight again. So she has to kill her here. Taking her magical energy and leaving her powerless isn't enough. She has to kill Rin here, just as Rin tried to do to her. She tries to convince herself as she opens her palms.
ここで。
The shadow doesn't extend. She trembles, gaze focused on her weakened sister, and
Sakura!
the person she least wants to see catches up to her. Interlude out.
くそ、何が起きてる?
It's obvious that something's going on in the yard. A damp magical energy that makes me want to vomit is swirling so much that I can almost touch it. I would feel the abnormality even if I weren't a magus. I was prepared for it, but I get dizzy the instant I see it. Tosaka is covered by a shadow like coal tar. Ilya is standing at the side of the yard, and Black Saber is standing in front of her. And in the middle of the yard is Sakura, pointing her hand at Tosaka.
Sakura!
I jump into the yard. I have to help them both, but Tosaka is in the most danger right now. Covered in coal tar, Tosaka looks pale, and it looks like her life is in danger.
Tosaka! おい、しっかりしろ、バカ!
There's no reply.
待ってろ、すぐ剥がしてやる、こんなの.
I tear away the mud that's covering her. The mud is gelatinous, but it's just like rubber. I can't grab it, and even if I pull it off her body, it just bounces back onto her.
なんだこれ、登坂には触れるのに、どうして?
I can't get the mud off, no matter what. I panic and frantically try to free her. There.
無駄ですよ、先輩。私の影は私しか解除できない。先輩程度の技量じゃ逆に取り込まれてしまいます。
Sakura?
Sakura speaks in a cold voice. I've never heard from her.
Sakura! その顔.
My rage turns to ice. Sakura's neck. Something that looks like a tattoo is consuming her. It doesn't look like it, but it's a command spell. A mysterious command spell is crawling over Sakura's body.
驚いたな。よっぽど急いできたんだ、先輩。けど、やっぱり慌ててるんですね。兄さんがどうなったのか見てきたのに、私を叱らないんだもの。
それは、いい。シンジのことは、今は話さなくていい。Sakuraが落ち着いてから、ちゃんと話を聞く。
That's right. I have to talk with Sakura right now. Zoken said a lot of crazy things, but they're all lies. Sakura is still Sakura. She's talking to me like always, and...
いいえ。私はそんな話はしたくないし、先輩とも話したくない。喋るのは私だけでいいんです。先輩も姉さんも、兄さんも町の人たちも。もう、私に口を出すことなんてできないんだから。
A chill runs down my back. No, this isn't just a chill. It's an intensely cold thorn, as if a knife were slashed from my brain down to my waist.
それより先輩、なんで姉さんをかばうんですか?
My vision whites out for a second. A shadow is standing behind Sakura. The chill runs throughout my body, paralyzing me with fear. That's Sakura. Even when I heard that the shadow was Sakura, I could bear it. But now that I've seen it, I know. My left arm melted when it merely touched it. The thing that went around town killing people like a machine is Sakura. My throat goes dry. My eyeballs convulse. My vision wavers as if space itself is twisted. Every cell in me screams a warning, trying to defrost my frozen body. But it doesn't melt. Sakura's presence isn't human, but something different. It's not her vast magical energy that got to me. There's only one reason why my body's frozen. Sakura is being hostile towards me.
そう、いつもそうでした。私を守ってくれるって言ったのに、先輩は私だけを見てくれなかった。でもいいんです。そういう人だから、私、先輩が欲しかった。
My vision distorts. The words from the Sakura I don't know cause my mind to break apart. It tells me it's not her. She's not Sakura. Something I shouldn't think about fills my brain.
先輩、私といると苦しいでしょ。先輩にとって私がどれだけ重荷なのかよくわかっています。先輩は私といる限りずっと苦しみ続けてしまう。だから私、先輩の前から消えないといけなかった。
The shadow dances around. The ground is like a stage for a shadow picture.
けどできないんです。私にとって嬉しいことは先輩だけだから。それに先輩だって私からは離れられない。先輩はこれ以上自分を裏切ることができないから。ええ、だから殺してあげます。そうすればずっとそばにいてくれるし、何より先輩はもう苦しまなくていいでしょう。
The shadow stretches. It surges forth like a wave, trying to swallow me along with Tosaka. I react by instinct, pushing Tosaka away. The black tide sweeps over me. I don't even think about avoiding it myself. I was frightened. I thought Sakura wasn't Sakura for an instant. That knowledge wouldn't let me move my body. I know this. This is the darkness I was showered with before. I'll go insane. I couldn't even bear it for a second back then. My mind will disappear before my body if it falls directly on me. My body shrivels. My warmth fades away. It's more painful and frightening than I thought, so my body struggles to break free. But I can't jump. First of all, there's no ground to kick off of. I will... I realize that I'm back in the yard. My vision is filled with purple hair.
ライダー、あなた。
これはあなたの命令です、さくら。何があってもエミやシローを守れと。
It's Ryder that saved me from the black wave.
動かないように。その体で立ち上がれば意識が途絶えます。
No, I can't even stand up. I'm on my knees, and just breathing is enough effort to render me unconscious.
そう。私に逆らうのね、ライダー。なら、あなたも取り込みます。予定外のものを取ったから、これ以上サーバントはいらないのだけど、あなたは特別にセイバーと同じにしてあげる。
The shadow stands up. Maybe she's serious because Ryder is opposing her. The shadow coming from Sakura covers the whole yard. The whole place is dyed black. Ryder doesn't show signs of running away, but stares at the creeping shadow like a criminal awaiting execution.
そこまでよ。余計なことはしない方がいいわ、さくら。あなた、これ以上取り込むと戻れなくなるから。
エリ
The shadow stops its advance.
それはどういう意味ですか？イリアスフィール。言葉通りの意味よ。ライダーを取り込んでも、シロを殺しても、リンを再起不能にしても、今のさくらには意味がないってこと。時間の無駄だし、八つ当たりはそのあたりにしておいたら。
What's she up to? Ilya walks over to Sakura.
さくらは私が目的なんでしょ？なら早く済ませましょう。おとなしく一緒に行ってあげるから。あんなの放っておきなさい。正気ですか？私が欲しいのはあなたの心臓だけ。私と来るということは殺されても構わないとそんなの分かってるわ。けどどっちにしたって殺されるんだし、抵抗しても無駄でしょ。とりあえず今はさくらが一番強いんだし。
Ilya talks without emotion. It pisses me off. In my condition, I can't figure out what Ilya's trying to say.
じゃあ自ら生贄になるというの？イリアスフィール。ええ、それが私の役割だもの。けど清掃はここにはないの。さくらが後継者として門を開きたいなら、私の城まで取りに行かないと。それにさくらは決着をつけることにしたんでしょ。ならシロを殺す必要はないじゃない。誰も殺したくないから受け入れたのに、今はもうみんなを殺したくて仕方がないなんて矛盾してるわよ、さくら。
The shadow retreats. Not only the shadow in the yard, but the mud on Tosaka fades away as though it never existed.
いいでしょう。自分で探す手間が省けますから。どんな思惑かは知らないけど、あなたの口車に乗ってあげます。
Her long hair flutters. Sakura turns her defenseless back to us and leaves, as if she lost interest in us.
さくら
I scream for her to stop.
もう私の前に来ないでください。先輩を前にしたら私
Sorry. Sakura leaves. I can't follow after her or even call out.
さくらの言う通りよ。シローの出番はこれで終わり。後の始末は私の役目だもん。さくらは私が連れて行くから、シローはもう休んでいいよ。
I can't save Ilya either.
じゃあね。今まで楽しかったよ、お兄ちゃん。
And I hear a sad farewell. Everything melts away with that. My body stops trembling against the shadow. My guilt over thinking that Sakura was someone else disappears. I'm pissed. I was trembling miserably, unable to even take Sakura's hand. Not only that, I made Ilya, the one who called me Oni-chan, make a face like that. I run. My whole body feels like lead and my brain churns with cold nausea, but I follow after them.
追うな。それ以上進めば殺す。
A black servant blocks my way. She points her sword at me, overwhelming us without saying a word.
どいてくれ、セイバー。あのまま二人を行かせるわけにはいかない。
それはこちらのセリフだ。このままあなたに追わせることはできない。それに、仮に私が退いたところで、今のあなたに何ができる？これは最後の忠告だ。どのような形であろうと、さくらは聖杯を手に入れる。それだけがさくらを解放する手段だ。その結果が彼女の死であったとしても、それで麻藤さくらは救われる。さくらを助けたいのなら手を引け。だが、それでも追ってくるというのなら、その時こそ、その首を叩き落とす。
Black Saber disappears. Sakura and Ilya are gone. They've vanished, as if they've faded into the shadow. The spirit that kept me going until now dissipates. My body drops to the ground like a puppet with its strings cut. I can't stay conscious. As my vision fades, the image of Sakura drowning in the shadow sticks in my mind, as if to impeach me. And that is the end of day 14. Which means that's where we're gonna start wrapping up for the night. So, on Friday, we will be picking up with more Fate. We are going to... Excuse me. We are going to at least start day 15. Day 15 is freaking huge, so I don't know if we're going to get through all of it in one stream, but we're at least going to start it next Friday. Or this upcoming Friday, rather. Tomorrow, we are actually going to be doing Act 4 of the Natlan Archon quest in Genshin. I swear to God. I promise we're actually gonna do it. I think that's everything to go over now. So, thank you to everybody who stopped by tonight. We had some new people. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you stick around. And I hope to see you all next time.